Hey there, Virgos. This is Esoteric Tales and Tarot. The crystal ball is telling me that a certain darkness is needed for you to be able to see the stars. So a certain darkness is needed for you to be able to see the stars. It was quite a deep message that I got for you, but it's like maybe you've had to go through something quite murky. Maybe you've had to work on your shadow self. Maybe you've spent some time in contemplation and understood something more deeply. Maybe the stars are the future and the energy that you want to be in. So, to me, it was quite deep and quite melancholy in a way that something had to happen. Maybe you've had to lose something to be able to really appreciate it. It could be that you're challenged in something and, you've understood now things from a different perspective. But it's like that feeling of going through, a dark place and then suddenly seeing a light far off in front and then thinking, okay, everything's going to be okay. And the stars are so magical, if it wasn't dark, you wouldn't even notice that they're there. So sometimes even in the darkest of times, that's what we need to have. We have to go through the low periods, the dark times, to be able to appreciate the good things and to notice them, that they're there, that they were always probably there, that you had, gifts that were right in front of you. Maybe you didn't notice them. So maybe you've needed this to be able to understand something. So it was quite a deep message that I got through the crystal ball. Sometimes I can feel quite like a pull on my heart strings. I felt like that whole heart chakra was quite strong. So, it was messages really coming through when I was connecting with Virgos of that they've been in it's been a bit of darkness around. Maybe it's been a struggle for quite a while now, Virgo, and perhaps you've started to get used to that and realized that this too shall pass. Justice here. So Libran energy coming through for you, but maybe it's to do with, maybe you've got something to do with the courts coming through. Maybe something's been unfair. This is finding balance, finding justice, finding fairness. Maybe someone is going to be held to account for actions. Maybe something needs to be spoken about to make things even. Often it can be that if you've been waiting for some information, it can be coming through now. Or if you've been holding off on information, it's your encouragement. If you've needed to speak your truth, this could be coming through. It could be contracts. It could be things that are anything to do with the law coming through here as well. Something that's owed to you or you owing something to someone. The 10 of Swords. Yeah, so feeling like you have had the 10 swords in your back, so feeling backstabbed and betrayed or let down, or like something hasn't gone the way that you wanted it to, something's been unjust. The crows here above you, they're trying to guide you in the right direction. Maybe you took a wrong way, took a wrong path, because I'm looking at this coming out and now the crows are trying to show you, head this way. You could have done something that was, just took a harder road, learnt a lesson a hard way. And that could be where the darkness has come in that I was seeing, because I'm seeing the stars slowly popping up in front and you're starting to get clarity now, and almost like a download. You're starting to hear something like, oh, I wish I had have known that information, or something's coming through for you now. Let's see what this one is. Yeah, the 8 of Swords. Look at this sword energy here. Feeling like you're trapped, like you're blindfolded, like you don't know how to get out of these binds, and something that might be quite tricky. If you look at this card, though, you can see she's only bound here by strings, and I think it's by her guides, the crows, trying to teach them a lesson. Maybe it's a bit of trying to get through something you know, that you're repeating over and over again. And the crows are trying to help you here by, okay, wrapping you up. You know, you're not getting it. We're going to show you it one more time. See if you can work your way out of this one. If you look, the reality is that she doesn't actually have these binds. This is just in her mind. She actually is looking in the mirror and seeing it as being, she's all bound and blindfolded and everything. But in reality, here, she doesn't have any of those binds around her. So it's a mental block. It's something that perhaps I'm thinking that it's not the true self. It's maybe you're putting on a mask. Maybe you need to reveal something now. I'm hearing perhaps it's a secret. Perhaps it's lie. I don't know what has happened here, or maybe somebody else has secrets and lies, but something needs to be revealed because you're feeling trapped. Underneath is the Six of Wands. That's the victory card. Freedom once you come through this obstacle, Virgo. So once you relieve yourself of this restrictions and being bound, and once you get through this, or you finally have the clarity, you'll feel like it's easy to just quickly loosen out the ties and step forward. Pull the blindfolds off and you'll be able to see everything clearly. Let's see what's under the Six of Wands. Yeah, the Moon. There's been secrets, lies, deception. Something that is unseen and hidden that is making it difficult. Again, I'm hearing that there needs to be a certain amount of darkness to be able to see the stars, to be able to confront it. Maybe you're not sure about an offer that might be like pigs might fly, I'm hearing here. And this is the Page of Cups. It can be wanting to offer love here. Maybe you've got this in your mind about a relationship and you're not sure how it's going to work out. The Ten of Wands, you've got all the burdens sitting here and not knowing which way the world, maybe you need to get away from the energy that you're around to get a clear perspective. You're just not too sure which way things are going to go. You feel a little bit rocked and uncertain, Virgo. And I think you've kind of put yourself in a bit of a mess. Maybe you were with somebody who you shouldn't have been with. Perhaps the energy wasn't matching. Maybe you knew this and you carried forth. I'm getting it in a way of you took a wrong path. You took a wrong path. That's what they're showing me. It was for a lesson. You've had growth from it, but there's justice here that will release you of these binds. Your messages from your angels from the Doreen Virtue deck is Ariel. New psychic and spiritual experiences are changing the way you view the world and yourself. Allow your spiritual gifts to open through study, prayer, and meditation. So maybe if you're not somebody who normally listens to readings and you've just discovered this way, that could be something that's, you know, you're quite interested now in maybe meditating, in maybe, I don't know, praying and maybe looking into more spiritual studies. This could be an interesting time for you to understand something different. Maybe it's time for you to work on the shadow stuff. You know, maybe it's your time to face it. If you've been in a pattern and you're always going down the wrong path, you're always ending up with the wrong people, or you're always ending up in sticky situations, what is it trying to tell you? Because that was what I was getting through you keep on coming back and coming back. The crows are they're showing you again. The crows are trying to tell you it's time to do the work now. Stop running, Virgo, from it. You know, you'll have victory and success once you face the darkness, and, you know, you'll get your wishes. They'll come true. So I think it's time now. You know, it's exciting to get this energy coming through for you. So Virgos, I hope this has been helpful. Please subscribe to my channel, like the videos. It helps my channel to grow and I can bring more content to you. Please let me know how this resonates for you. I'd love to hear from you, Virgos. I'll catch up with you soon. Bye.